often how it's a map that, of all the maps in the pool, is one that favors the CTs the most, right? And you expect to, you know, if you're getting a decent T side, you kind of feel confident, but wasn't the case in that opening series. So looking to reverse their fates here today as EQUIPA as we kick off map 1 of Overpass.
It's interesting that you mentioned that ENCE Athena struggled on that CT side because they're actually going to start off on the right foot then, potentially. T side on their map pick. Let's get things underway. Missy has got a lot of utility. Paulie with the smoke and the kit.
B7 getting contact. Bit of information. Falls on back. Now the T's start to keep pressing forward. D7's still going to be present. Just falls back to the next contact point. And if they're able to get close and overwhelm her, that's a quick path towards A, and there comes the kill. Waldy kicks it off, and they can immediately go to A. There's no rotation because the information comes a little bit late.
Yeah, and now you can just spread beyond the bomb site here. If you're ENCE smoke, ENCE Athena, smoke goes down, but it's a little bit deep. And that allows a lot of space here for the players to come up towards Dumpster. Jenny will get the first kill on towards Waldy, who initiated all of this contact to begin with. Missy tries to chime in, and suddenly the USPs are getting ahead of all these Glocks. Manka tucked in towards toilets, just having a little bit of a jiggle. Remember, there's a smoke and kit still in play.
Smoke goes down, bomb's just being stuck in it, and that's so difficult to deal with. Manka can't even get a look in. ZANath and Jenny getting their kills do enough. She even falls at the end, so it doesn't matter so much they concede A. If you've got a smoke kit and 4 players alive, it's so hard for the T's to fight back there.
Yeah, it's so awkward, especially when you've kind of got the crunch of the CT players just swinging and really offsetting your crosshairs, trying to make themselves the main point of focus. You can try and just sneak away the defuse. Forced by in, of course. ENCE Athena already running a very fast execute. Look at this. They are straight in towards short. Potentially just going to go straight in towards B. 3 defenders here for EQUIPA ready to receive. But that is a really good flashbang. They're already over bridge. Waldy overwhelms Jenny R, but Paulie will hit the trade. And suddenly the MP9s will clean up.
Yeah, not much to be done here. I'm going to say that T-smoke that got dropped kind of towards Pillar pretty much unraveled things for them. I understand the idea behind it. They might have something to say about this round. Still sticking around. The 1 versus 4 required for her. There's Paulie.
There is Paulie, yeah.
Guys.
Hopefully we get back into the game. There we go. Milo is teleported in towards Monster. We'll get one on the way out, but D7 claims the kill. 3 casualties there. Yeah.
What I was saying about the smoke, right, is it kind of gave Paulie, because there was no one coming out Monster, it gave Paulie so much space to play around that pillar, right? I think she got 2 frags just playing around it because she didn't have to worry about getting swamped from sight. She only had to focus on that one line, and there's no one kind of holding for it. So I understand the idea. They wanted to separate the fight so they could fight down into water, but didn't quite work out for them because Paulie was uncontested.
I think the flashbang was a little bit shallow as well. Here we go, fighting towards Monster this time, and Aida just says thank you very much. Just takes a couple of kills. Paulie as well chiming in. These early B threats and presences have been absolutely obliterated by EQUIPA. The defense is completely rock solid.
Yeah, I mean, on a round like this, I think you're kind of just testing the waters on the B-bomb site. You just want to put a bit of pressure on early, kind of see what the CT responses normally are going to look like, and then you can adapt as the game goes on. If you're lucky, you can get through and maybe get a bomb plant, but obviously not going to happen this round with the bomb where it is and the amount of CTs that are tucked on around it. A little boosty boost. Nope. ZANath spots it out, and she'd love to get some kills with the SMG. Jenny gets one of them. A nice 3-0 start for EQUIPA.
I think the name Cursed, I think, is Oxycet. Just
yes,
for confirmation.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. All right, cool. I mean, look, formalities out the way in terms of the Force Buy and then the Eco. Now we get to my favorite part, I think, in any Counter-Strike game, the first gun round, where we can kind of assess what's properly going on. We get to establish a little bit more of a default here from ENCE Athena. And for Big, what are they up to? Again, a heavy lean over towards the B bomb site. Big nade as well, lands on towards Missy, and the boost from Paulie results in success.
Yeah, nice boost coming through. 4 players start over. Very nice. And looking like considering the alternative boost as well, but make a noise, don't quite land on the head. Oh, okay, still gonna go for it. All right, you've made a bit of a ruckus here, Paulie.
You're definitely there.
It's the threat of it now, right?
This is a very interesting lean for Big EQUIPA, especially because normally I think you associate 4-player presence on B if you had the AWP in play over towards A. ZANath, that is really aggressive with the MP9. Spots one out, and then instantaneously there's a smoke. Flashbang through. They're just going straight in. Aida dealt with. The MP9 will trade out and do a lot of damage on towards Missy.
Yeah, that was a really great entry, but just nothing to follow up with. Banker, though, might be given an opportunity here. Going to be double swinging. Actually, it's just a single. Player at ramp wasn't quite in sync. There's a chance for them to fight through this. Remember that ZANath has just that SMG. They're trying to isolate this fight, wanting to find her. Paulie just surviving, but ZANath and Paulie get it done.
Really impressed with Paulie on this anchoring position down at B. Has passed every test with flying colors. 8-1, just knowing when to fight. It's always a swing with someone else. We talked about the little bit of disorientation between the single player swinging towards short and ZANath didn't go on towards monster. But as soon as ZANath takes the contact in that final fight, Paulie immediately swings off that contact. And there's always a second player, the trade space in. That was just perfect from Big EQUIPA. And that made that gun round feel like a bit of an eco.
Yeah, Paulie out here. 8 for 1. ZANath 5 for 1. The 2 stars that shone in that opening series. Obviously only 4 rounds in, but you know, it's good signs. You know, I felt like when we saw Paulie on NIP, we definitely saw some good moments from her, but I think kind of overshadowed a bit in the rifling department by the twins, right? Kiara and Naomi,
yeah,
kind of have the spotlight a bit more on them, whereas I feel like there's maybe a bit more space here where maybe there's some more defined roles in terms of some of the big players.
I think roles is also quite important because Paulie is just slotting into Yossi's roles. So it is pretty much a like-for-like change. ZANath finally on this AWP. Brings out a shot, but it's a little bit of a bait because D7's over towards the toilet, just tucked in. Divider, and then we'll swing off the flash from Jenny. But it's only one and done. P250 rings out, and now an AK can be picked up.
Yeah, Armor to go behind it as well. Still 2 players here. So they've got the rotation over here. In fact, a third making her way over. Paulie coming to join her friends. I'm just going to crawl up long. Jenny should get this information pretty easily. There it is. Just an incendiary as well. She can throw forward if she needs to, and that's going to be dispensed now. Should be easy enough to deal with this. Getting onto the sidewall, he does find a kill. ZANath needs to hit this shot. Gets a little bit scary. Something to the pistol to ensure the frag. Jenny's there with the final one. So just 2 full, and Big continue the run.
Oh. And a little bit of a disconnect. But that's okay, because it gives us time to reflect on the first 5 rounds and how this has really been going. I think what's interesting is when you take a look at Big EQUIPA and the way that they are taking these fights, it's always supported by utility or by personnel. Even in that instance where it looked like ZANath was going to be a little bit overwhelmed with a couple of missed opportunities with that AWP, immediately after she grabs the kill, gets the info that the player's out towards bank, Jenny just runs through the smoke just to try and help out her teammate. Initially, at the beginning of the round as well, D7's tucked in. ZANath can take the shot, and before D7 can even swing, there's already a flashbang going over the top. There's a very strong support network that we're seeing within Big EQUIPA on the CT side, and that is really difficult, especially for ENCE Athena, who are obviously still a new team because you're adapting in Manka to your system. Also, you're swapping your AWPers, and you've also got a lot of young players on the team, so it's a lot of experience having this within the server, and also just trying to figure out how you can best go about this.
A perfect start for Bigger Keeper. And hopefully the rifles back out. That one was just some pistols. So we'll see if they can get another one or get one going on this T side. Just need to, you know, get that first round. Start to trickle a few in. All play a lean early from Big towards B, so this seems to be pretty consistent from them so far, where they kind of just leave D7 as the solo player over towards A. And it's interesting, right, because they've had the AWP out and ZAnath for a couple of rounds now, but opting to keep her active over towards B and just rotate to A.
It might be just a game plan thing as well. Watching how ENCE Athena played Overpass last week. Just seeing, okay, well, the B executes were pretty effective, so having an extra player over.
Everyone's rotated because they got that short control.
Yeah, that's a real overcommitment, but it's actually correct.
It's heroic-esque.
Oh, D7 just pushes through the smoke, goes 1 for 1, but you're right, there's just so many players here. That's a really nice collection of kills, nearly for oxycet. Does a lot of damage on towards Aida, but the trade is there. Paulie will reveal her position from short as well. 3 versus 2.
Well, ENCE quickly worked out that B is open through Monster. They know Paulie's position. Have utility to isolate it. Actually waiting to see if they could just find the frag, but tagged from the heavens, ZAnath strikes. Missy just wants to get the bomb down, and now Paulie walks on through. Oh, headshot. Both players so low. ZAnath swapping to the Tech 9. They know that damage is done.
Just needs to up a crossfire here. This bait and switch is a little bit awkward, but I kind of like the idea. You've got Milo holding for the short play, but Missy swings, and that breaks the complete idea of that crossfire. If you let the first contact be the monster player, you can go around the pillar on the left-hand side, but instead, Missy breaks the chain. And Bigger Keeper are able to line them both up.
Pretty cool calls from Bigger Keeper, right? That full rotation over towards A once you got that control on B early. I guess they didn't spot any players out towards Monster. They got the short control, and so they were able to then leverage that information, go for that full rotation towards A. Very cool stuff. D7 catching a nice timing, and then obviously all the support there to continue the trade frags. Good attempt, though, to try and bring that one back in the, I think, 2v3, 2v4.
Yeah.
Now A might be tested. ZAnath looking at this kill, does find it. Nice one onto Manker, and she's just going to chill out here. Just be a little bit careful, though. He's looking to avenge Missy with her AWP as well.
Oh, timing. ZAnath tries to escape through long toilets, but Missy will get the revenge. D7 occupies the space left by the AWP. And Jenny's also here in close proximity. So players split among the 2 bomb sites, but this time more of a lean out towards the extremities. Long and a monster setup for Bigger Keeper. Missy here in close. The jump spot is good because now you're not ready for D7 around the corner, and she will find the AWP.
Great little swing, and now she's going to AWP. Okay, she's going to fall back. That's Jenny to support her. This can still get a little bit awkward for D7 in particular because she's kind of stuck out here in towards long, but just about going to get around the corner. Now can re-swing, hits her shot as they jump on over. Can't quite get the follow-up. Jenny looking for a fight and is able to deliver a massive double kill supported by Paulie's flash. Big, just keep the rounds running.
Yeah, that's really cool from Bigger Keeper. Again, just having the extra players there. I like the design of that round as well. The fact that you've got a double up towards Monster as a crossfire and a double up towards long. The initiation of Jenny jumping for bank to allow D7 to swing close. It really just gets the AWP's attention. Missy is so focused on the long range engagement. Then surprise, you've got a little bit of a jump scare with D7 swinging around that corner. Flashbang support as well from the new blood in the roster in Paulie. Everything's going as smooth as can be for Bigger Keeper.
And this is after we kind of set the story of ENCE's T side being their strength against one man gang. All right, this has got pace to it. 2 Mac 10s, Tech 9, pistols. Smoke lines on through. Manka's ready to extinguish this Molotov on the other side, but holding at the moment, delaying, and that's allowed 2 CTs to get on the other side. Ready for this pop out. This double up is going to be deadly, but the flashbang is great. The spray, good. Oh, does a lot of damage. 2 players survive. The HE with 1. Looks like they might have been able to hold off for now.
There's no more disruptive utility for Big EQUIPA, though. There aren't any more HEs. There's a lot of smokes and there's flashbangs, and that means that ENCE Athena can be, well, still feeling a little bit unsettled, but nowhere near as much as they are before. I like this idea, right? Missy is making as much noise as possible, and then oxycet is going to try and rotate in towards B and try and plant the bomb at the bare minimum. Jenny's still here, but the angle she's holding is extremely passive and it's non-committed. So that basically means you could probably get the bomb over.
Yeah, just going to walk on through. Jenny should find Missy here for free. Yeah, there's that kill. And oxycet's chances here. Well, none. She gets killed through the box by ZAnath. Big, having no worries, dispatching. And it did get a little hairy when they were standing on the other side of the monster pipe. When the flashbang, I think it hit both of them. So the kind of anti-flash setup was not ideal. Or I don't know whether it was maybe just like the multiple flashes. They kind of swung back a bit too early on the second player after the first one popped. But regardless, able to recover it pretty convincingly.
That's been the second bomb plant of the half for ENCE Athena, outside of the pistol. So that's a really telling story, and one that is a little bit troublesome here. Need to get things going on the right path here. Connect control, I think, is definitely the way to go if you're ENCE Athena, because Big EQUIPA have really been leaving it open. There's a lot of space you can definitely exploit from owning connector here. Instead, the only thing ENCE Athena own at the moment, not only is Fountain, but a bit of damage to their HP bars. The grenades thrown in early from Big EQUIPA do the damage.
Nice setup here. G7 where the AWP was previously, and holding the slither angle, spots one. Okay, she's been spotted though. Oh, that timing. She just held for a second longer. She gets that kill. Certainly slither angles being held here, but Jenny good for 1. There's no way you're expecting too long.
No, you're not, but the molly is really good to offset ZAnath. Still manages to get one before she drops, and you know you spotted some player out here, but maybe not accounting for D7, as you mentioned, and she does wonders. Doubles down on towards oxycet. Now Milo, last player here. He gets double swung on from 2 different angles. Again, Big EQUIPA prevail in every single scenario. There's so much variation being put into this defense. ENCE Athena can't handle it.
Yeah, that was really cool. Just the decision. They got all the information based on that. The first slither angle at D7 spots 1 out. 2, in fact. And then Jenny R spots out, gets 1 for 1. That rotation over from ZAnath to get her in, to take first contact, so you're not expecting the second player. Beautiful. D7 doubles up. And I mean, I know it's early days, Brandon. And I know it's only the second time we've seen Big EQUIPA play. But
yeah,
I'm excited for this Big EQUIPA. This feels like maybe the best Big EQUIPA yet.
I'd agree with you, and not only just because they're 9-0, but everyone is contributing on the server. It isn't just the ZAnath show. It isn't just we're getting key contributions from one player. Everyone is stepping up in big ways with big moments. Here, you've got D7 double. Previously, you've had Paulie anchoring down the bomb site spectacularly. And you've had Jenny R coming in with some big moments. Everyone's arriving on the server, and it is making for a nightmare scenario for ENCE Athena.
I've always considered Jenny R one of like the most impactful players. She just is fantastic at getting the hard work done. Well, after a few rounds of prodding at A. Back over to B, and where's HE going? Hit coming through. Aida, does get domed. The damage done, but not enough. Manka now extending it to the side. Flame slam, poorly removed. This hit's going well. Milo opens up with a triple.
Oh, D7 though, ahead of the incendiary. A boost up in towards heaven might be incredibly unexpected. Never mind, D7 just spams and gets rid of Milo. There's another player there though. She isn't quite aware of right now. Manka in amongst the shallow waters. ZANath here as well. This is a little bit difficult for EQUIPA to handle, but D7 is just winning out every gunfight. All right, sure, but Manka, her reposition is everything. Really nicely done.
Great for Manka. That's what she's brought into this team for. So sharp with it, but yeah, I mean, it was Milo with the opener. Milo, right? Not Milo.
I think Milo, yeah.
Because, like, in Australia, we have this drink called Milo, which is spelled the same. I'm thinking of how, like, a Finnish person would pronounce it. To me, a Finn would say Milo.
I think because the capitalization's on the L, we are going Milo.
Milo. We just need a Finn to confirm. But yeah, it was a great round for her. It's the long and short of it.
And the long and short of it is, that was spectacular. But Manka does really well after not getting too kind of offset and unsettled by the spam. Just that reposition in towards the water angle to deal with both players. We hope that ENCE Athena can now make this a consecutive thing, not just one round here or there. Because if EQUIPA grab hold of the game again, well, suddenly that's all the money gone and dealt with. But there we go. Milo back at it again with another headshot.
Yeah, beautiful frag. It's crazy that she wins out against ZANath, who's like literally holding for that play, right? Very passive over on A. D7 is just sitting back in bank, so retake is going to be on the cards if they do decide to go for an A hit. Does look like that's where they're interested in, is Missy clears with the AWP.
I like that you're leading with the AWP here on this T side. Because the more angles you clear, the closer the riflers can get. But with this retake, I was going to say, they might not even need them because ZAnath found one, done a lot of damage onto oxycet. Bomb gets punched in, but there we go. Nice shot. D7 reveals her position from bank and finds two. Leaves it all up to Milo. Got a triple in the previous, would now need a quad in this one.
She's been phenomenal. Been stand-up performer. They're just going to swing it once. Too many bodies. Can't quite find her mark. And ENCE's dreams of getting the consecutive are denied. Double digits for EQUIPA on their opponent's map pick. D7 stepping up now as well. And that's another player that I guess she hasn't been needed so much because there's been a lot of presence over towards B. But she is such a solid rifler. Always being one of the most mechanically insane players to watch at times. It's great to see her firing off here as well.
Interesting decision for ENCE Athena as well, because Manka could have dropped Missy and AWP. Instead, they're just going for rifles, which would indicate to me a lot of pace. And that's exactly what's happening. Look at this already through Fountain, just holding dub, trying to make it through the toilets. But D7 has already backed off and is now taking a much more passive angle and has got the support of ZANath. If she needs it, swing on the corner. It's a little bit wide. Missy capitalizes.
Yeah, not ready for a play to have already crossed, but ZANath now steps in and can't quite get the follow-up. ENCE with a player advantage. It's been a minute since they've been in this position. But look at the rotations. Two players have already come in to fill the gaps. ZAnath's getting aggressive, pushing up towards long. Might have herself a fight here against Wolsey, who's holding for this exact aggression. It's awkward. Jenny puts it back into the 3-on-3.
This is so wild. There's 3 players out long now. The EQUIPA, they haven't had a single player kept on B. So this is just open. Paulie comes in towards heaven, gets a confirmation, I've just been smoked off. It has to be the B play, waiting for the plant to then throw in the nade. But the rotations are coming through connector, so that molly is null and void.
Manka swinging in, looking for two, but only the one. A lot of damage done. 2 players at half HP in the server. Kits, smoke in play. What can Paulie get done? She's the key factor here. Needs to find this fight. Jenny can't quite find oxycet, so it comes now onto Paulie. As she swings, Milo comes on out and ENCE get their second.
Yeah, I'm really not too sure about that one from EQUIPA. I feel like a lot of these gamble rotates to the other bomb site, as you mentioned, like heroic-esque on the CT side. That would be so much more. I think I'd be feeling a lot more comfortable with it if EQUIPA had control of connector, because then you're creating a divider in the middle of the map. You're understanding the control you have, and then you can put your pieces in the better positions, in my opinion. I think without connector control, with it being just really neglected by EQUIPA, I think that is such a gap in their defense, despite the scoreline being 10-2.
Yeah, and despite it being 10-2, the money is in the gutter. They had to eco this one. So ENCE are getting out of third. Say that with complete confidence.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it with complete confidence. Oh, Milo, she's on for an ace.
Go on.
Get it. Come on, Milo. Oh, no, ZAnath denies it. She'd love to get another kill here, but not going to happen.
I like that ENCE Athena let her go for the ace as well. They all just stood back just a little bit and they go on. See if you can get it done. Really impressed with Milo, actually. 15 and 12. Performing spectacularly here, despite the scoreline deficit. And it's been really instrumental in winning a lot of these rounds for ENCE Athena.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to get warmed into it. Obviously, it feels like a little bit too late, but if they've improved on their CG side from that 1-win game, then certainly still a case they made here on Overpass. They'd love to get these last 2 rounds.
I think it's almost a necessity. Long space being gathered. Got Milo as the monster lurk this time, so rather than going in, being proactive towards short, it's holding a lot more passive, just in case EQUIPA wants to try and take space there. Oh, missed shot from ZAnath, a little bit uncharacteristic. Waldy punishes. Oh, but then pulls out utility just as the rotation comes up. It's oxycet that gets dinked instead, but for the majority, ENCE Athena are in A. There's a player that can work their way down towards bank, but at the same time, you've got EQUIPA pushing monster, but Manka's holding for it, and Waldy's found Jenny.
All right, you know where D7 is, so you can just chill out. You should have this one locked in. Okay, they've gone for the bank plant. They're backed up into bank. There's absolutely no way D7 can get a free kill here. Manka might be delivered if Manka continues to push forward. Depends what D7 opts to do here. I don't think she should really stick around. I think she's just looking for exits from the looks of it, so that's fine.
Yes, it's always going to be the save here. Because, as mentioned, the economy is not really that well established despite double digits. However, this will be a 3-stage loss bonus now, so you can get some MP9s, and there's a free AK. That's a pretty good find for D7.
Yeah, I should take that. And that's going to be the only significant weapon. This is a pretty important round for ENCE to win if they want to get this strong start, or strong end, sorry, to the hub. Manka getting both those kills as well was massive. She only gets 1 there and falls. That was an entire half of the map then lost to ENCE Athena, and then you've just got these players present towards long and bank, so would have been definitely retake territory.
This is a fast play in towards short when you've got the AWP supporting as well. Oh, Jenny spots. Sees a lot of players from this T side in towards the waters. Boost coming up. Aida doesn't have a grenade this time. That's where the nade was landing before. that she was throwing. Milo definitely heard the drop there of Jenny. But so far, no kills, no damage.
Again, this 4-player lead. D7 with that Soul AK playing retake on A. No kit, very little utility, but a swing comes through. Delivers oxycet the kill, and now you know that Paulie's stuck in here. Goes down to Missy. Just the pistol in the side. The Famous does come on through. Rotations are going to be here. D7's on her way, but they're getting overwhelmed. Manka delivering kills, and this might be the end, although maybe not. D7 and ZAnath found a killer place. Missy keeping things together. It's all on ZAnath. Tucked on down, just the USP. Can't get it done. A 10-5 half as ENCE gets something back on this T side.
You think it's so important to convince everyone else that you're not boring, but it's making me feel like my skin is crawling. I keep pouring out my empathy to someone I don't even see eye to eye with. I don't mind if you don't have it all together. Yeah, I get it, we're all human, but I give you an inch and you take miles. It's tragic, ruining my sanity with tales of animosity. I'd rather cry than somebody else's ladder just to make yourself feel just a little bigger. I don't know if I've seen anything that's sadder. It's so hard to comprehend how you don't even understand. Stepping on me without even trying. Never seen somebody get so good at lying. It's impressive you don't spend all your time crying over all the ways you let me down. So many I could drown, but I'd rather cry. Sensitive and cynical, took my sanity and sent it up the wall. Typical emotional, it's so unoriginal. I gave you the best and you just took it all. I'd rather cry than let you drive me crazy, lose my mind, and I swear I might die if I cared more. But you're not worth the time. You never put me up front, 'cause it's your spotlight. I'm in the backseat of my own car. I'd rather cry than let you drive me crazy one more night. Never put me up front, 'cause it's your spotlight. I'm in the backseat of my own car. I'd rather cry than let you drive me crazy one more night.
Welcome back in, everyone, to the second half of this first map of our best three between Big, EQUIPA, and ENCE Athena. And that's a little bit of a tongue twister that I wouldn't normally associate it with. But ENCE Athena, what they've done.
Big EQUIPA, ENCE Athena. Big EQUIPA, ENCE Athena. Big EQUIPA,
Thank
ENCE
you.
Athena.
Yep,
It's fine.
Okay. All right, great.
Your tongue needs some warming up.
Okay, well, it does indeed. And look, ENCE Athena, more importantly, have given themselves some building blocks to work with in this second half. Here is the meta pistol strat that we're seeing a lot at the moment on Overpass. 3 defenders kind of occupying connector for these quick rotates down up A or back in towards the B waters. Meanwhile, big keeper. Well, they might walk straight into it. Waldy, lovely shot, but instantaneous trade out of D7. And now here come these connector players. Nice shot from oxycet. And suddenly the bomb's dropped.
Yeah, looking for another kill, but is she ready for when a party is able to, well, at least avoid death? Man can come in to support, but these trades are 1 for 1. ZAnath brought down low, and she's been between so many players, but it doesn't seem to matter, at least for a moment. A 1 versus 1 now. ZAnath knows where Missy is, playing in the divider. Picking up the bomb now, has time. Missy is low, and ZAnath spots her out.
That's really unfortunate, I think, for ENCE Athena, because they had the right idea of the round. They had everyone in the right spot. And it just comes down to a 1 versus 1, and it all hinges on timings. And ZAnath goes the long way around, whereas Missy thinks she's going to walk through the toilets instead and go out towards long. Nice try for ENCE Athena, but it's an 11th round on the board. It's both pistols being won out by bigger keeper.
Great recovery as well, right? Particularly with the... There's a player advantage, I think, there for ENCE at one stage. But ZAnath gets that massive kill in towards connector. It's enough. Full stack from ENCE, and you kind of have to win this, otherwise this map starts to fade away for them. This is gnarly. 2 players in connector, 2 players in short.
It's a lot of control, and it's a lot of intel. At some point, you're going to have to rotate your players towards A, because currently long is completely open, and bigger keeper are exploiting it. They've got a lot of ground here, and they have been a little bit vocal, and that has attracted the attention of, well, I was going to say Waldy. She did turn around for a moment, and instead just smokes off divider and creeps in closer. Finally, there is that rotation.
She's heard it. They're aware, and everyone's starting to move. Look at Manka on the map. She's already pushing up through, so they know this is happening, but as soon as the bomb goes down, things get a little out of control, and Milo falling. Wally with a double. They can now plant safely. Otherwise, I say that. Kill does come through with Desert Eagle, but it's just that one. Manka's flank. Mank flank is not as dank as she would have hoped.
Yeah, Manka flanker, not quite dank yet. Maybe an exit. Maybe not. Good round. I mean, look, bigger keeper knew that the area they hadn't cleared was out towards toilets and divider. Paulie just hits both. Really nice work. There is that SMG activating. Just trying to constrict this players in towards the bomb site. $600 a kill, remember, on that MP9, but only just the one. And ZAnath even escapes the bomb explosion. Too far away, out towards log.
Immediate HG bought by Missy, so we're going to go for a nade stack into this round out the gate. There's sort of 2 ways this goes. Either they go towards Fountain and go for the classic stack in towards T-stairs, or you go for that B setup, which does look like what they're going for, where you have a player spotting, then you unleash the barrage in towards Monster on contact.
I like this one.
So yeah, it's fun.
This is like you prepping the cannons, right? It's like each tentacle of the ENCE logo. It's got a grenade in their hand, ready to throw out by Monster.
Can you imagine octopus with grenades? If they weren't already terrifying enough, you've armed them now.
They're really intelligent as well, so I actually think that would be terrifying.
Yeah, they wouldn't just be throwing nades willy-nilly. This wouldn't be like your
they'd have
teammates.
lineups.
Yeah, they'd have lineups. These guys are getting nerdy with it. It's just like going against Brandon.
True. I need to actually spend some more time in CS2 learning utility.
Yeah, you need something to redeem your aim.
That's so rich coming from you. All right. Mac 10's up and about.
More like farmer. No.
Oh.
I kind of...
I liked it. I really liked it, but unfortunately...
I set her up and she just didn't deliver, so that's on her.
Yeah, but she's not a postman, she's a farmer, so can't really blame her.
Hold up. This is getting a bit weird. D7 and Aida are now in a 2 versus 2.
Oh, it's okay.
Okay, it's being recovered. All good. Nice triple from Aida. That's going to keep Big on their winning ways.
Yeah, it's fine. That did get a little bit turbulent, though. A lot of kills coming in from just the pistols and the HEs. Made it a question mark, but Big EQUIPA make it an exclamation mark. Another side quest ticked off, and now they're aiming towards the main goal of taking the series, 13-5. But this is the first gun round in play now for everyone. Oh, hello. Totem pole. I think this one has been, well, not only has it failed, it was really late. Don't do it again.
What are you doing?
No, come on.
Points, Anna. It's one of those things where like everyone's already here, so you kind of feel like you want to commit to it, but like you're $10 late. 10 days short. Wait, no.
10 days late. $10
short. Yeah.
But it took so long, you forgot the anecdote. So
I know, but I had
really
so much time to even like meander over that anecdote. Like I actually went through a stroll through anecdote.
Speaking of meandering and strolling, look at this from ENCE Athena. No way. D7 has hit the most ridiculous timing. She's going to go, the issue is she's going to go, be clear, guys. Come B. And hang on a second. Why is Milo there?
Yes.
It still gets
but it's still Freaky Friday out here. As D7, don't go back. You've got all this control. Okay, you've got one.
You know Milo was there as well.
Oh, the smoke. Devastating. It lands and her feet are exposed and D7 laps them up. 3 versus 3. And she is traded, but the space taken time enough to get this bomb through, although rotations have come down. Flashbang is good. Paulie is half blind as she goes in towards the water. Bomb should go through.
Oh, nice shot from ZANath. Also adjusting towards heaven. There was a drop in towards water that was definitely heard. Aida doesn't need to swing. Just play off the AWP contact. Instead, goes a little bit wide. ZANath thrown into the 1 versus 2. But first shot hits. Now dancing around this pillar, looking for Missy. He's elevated up high, but ZANath drops her down low, 6 feet under, and Big EQUIPA take the round.
Yeah, that's ZANath. That's ZANath every day of the week. A clutch mistress, putting on a fantastic show here. 3 kills there, 1 versus 2 to close it. Astonishing stuff. And it all comes off the back of D7 getting this information, getting this control, getting this massive double. It's unlucky for Milo. But no luck required for ZANath, pure skill.
ENCE Athena. And D7's just walked monster again. Already claiming all of this space. But it's actually all a little bit of a ruse this time, Lucy, because the bomb is making its way towards A instead. And they've just made it all the way up. Still D7's locking in these rotates. There's going to be a really long rotation through. Anyway, look at that timing. Milo will find D7 bomb planted on A. In the meanwhile, good shot from Jenny. Looking for the spray and yeah, locks both in. That's really well done. This is a 4 versus 2 that had the potential to be a little bit upsetting, a little bit sour for Big EQUIPA, but that's not actually the case whatsoever. Only losing the 1 AK that has to be saved over. Oh, yeah, keeper. Well, they're going to go up to map point here. ZANath does miss the shot, but that's okay because it's not punished at the moment.
15, about to be secured. And, I mean, this has been one-way traffic on the T side. Mentioned As we went into this map, the ENCE had been struggling on their CT side against one win. And those struggles look to be continuing here against EQUIPA. 10 chances now to take away their opponent's map pick. Vertigo looming as well as the next.
That's a pretty sweet sentence. You're a EQUIPA fan, isn't it? 10 chances to close the map.
Yeah, a lot of EQUIPA fans out there, as the poll showed.
Oh, although Manka does overwhelm Aida into short water. Falling back. Oh, actually, EQUIPA and ENCE Athena just claim this space and they keep it as their own. This is really good. They've got a lot of map control here, but the mistake is Waldy crossing back. Let's get the dink on towards ZANath at the very least, but it doesn't really matter so much on Europa.
Yeah, good setup here. Neeler, ooh, good for one, but yeah, Manka's there to collect the follow-up. And then, as I say, not getting any of these CT rounds, looking like they should. John, hold up. Hold up. Holly's still alive. She's still kicking. She's still swinging. She's got the baseball bat out, and she is striking. It's Missy. Now 1 versus 2, and they've got time to back away. They've got time to work with, time to let her think about how they're going to plan this one out, because they can go back to A. It's open, it's empty, and it's free.
They've got to move pretty fast, though, because Missy's going to start cottoning on to this and realizing that she can also rotate. It's a foot race, and it's actually at a slowpoke's pace because everyone's walking. This is going to favor Missy in the long term. Can pull out the AWP and strike down these players. Scoping in just a second. And denying. Paulie removed, and suddenly ZANath has to go forward. Will plant the bomb safely. Is she going to swing? No, just drops the smoke and backs up.
Thought Missy was maybe going to go for the wallbang there. ZANath plants, and on the angle, strikes, clutches out again. Another 1 versus 1 clutch for her. EQUIPA taking their opponent's map pick, denying anything on that CT half. A dominant affair by EQUIPA.
Yeah, really dominant indeed. And I was really impressed by the team play of EQUIPA. For ENCE Athena, we